Good people, not so good people. I'm gonna let y'all decide where you fall upon that spectrum. It is your boy Cool McCain, one half of your monocery, along with the other half, as always, the playmaker. What's going on, playmaker?
Hope y'all enjoyed the fourth. Cause y'all might not enjoy tonight.
Or you might enjoy the night a lot. It all depends. So, NXT doing some things over there on that side. We got TNA starting to make some strides. Got some cuts and things going on over there, but starting to make some strides. I feel like they're doing their thing. AEW, in my opinion, is giving us the best product right now in the ring and with storylines. And if you know and you watch this show, I don't normally give them both. But when you earn it, you get it. And then, of course, there's Paul and his land of foolishness. We call it WWE. We'll get there. We'll get there. We definitely will get there. All right, playmaker. NXT time. What you want to talk about NXT?
NXT coming off the Great American Bash, which was a good event. Very nice event. We had a new women's champion in Kendall Gray, who I'm gonna be honest. I used to don't see promos like Kendall Gray like that, but I respect it because she didn't just give a promo just to give a promo. She went out there. She spoke her truth.
Yeah.
She's not a promo type person. She's an action person. And I can respect that. And I can respect her saying she would try her best in doing her promos. So I can respect it. What about you?
That's what you want to see from somebody who's the champion. Give me somebody going to go out there and give it all they got. You give me that, I'm good. So I love the energy in her stuff. You can tell that she means it. Whether it's written for her or not, which of course is written, or at least collaborated with, that came from her heart. And that's how you know, and that's how you feel it.
Vanity Project put their tag team titles on the line against Dr. Wagner Jr. and Glenn Lowe. Do we really think that AAA was going to take the tag team titles from NXT?
No.
It'd have been interesting. It'd been a nice plot twist.
Too much of a plot twist for Paul WWE.
He been doing that quite often, and not in a good way.
Agreed. When you add it not in a good way, agreed.
Now here's where things got a little, for lack of better terms, interesting. Let's just say Tuesday night was the Vanity Project night because Jasper Drake ended up beating Mason Rook. How did you feel about that result?
Well, I got to tell you, man, I'm just not feeling either one of those guys. So they could have been fighting for the Speed Championship for all I care. Some people it's not there with you. It's just no connection. It's not there.
What's the direction we're going with Mr. Carver? Because at one point in time, you had him look like he's going to beat that monster, while you had him beating Jasper Troy. And then all of a sudden, he's losing to EK Prosper. What are we doing with Mr. Carver?
We're treating him like we do everybody else in WWE, sir. Treat him just like we do everybody else. That's what we're doing. Name someone who doesn't have start and stop booking.
On the bright side, I wish I wish it was on restream for this. So I can press the little celebration thing they got on there. Jada Parker got a victory.
She did.
She finally won.
She did.
Beating Petrova. Oh. Yay, Miss Parker.
They finally said give her something in the win column.
And I can't celebrate too much because it's Carmen Petrov. Like, she ain't been irrelevant since her and what you call it broke up.
But you can celebrate because Miss Parker ain't been beating nobody. So the fact that she beat anybody at this point in time is a celebratory event. The way they've been booking her.
This felt like the Detroit Lions back in, what is it, 2016, 2017. I hate to do that, Miss Parker, but that's what that feels like.
I mean, you're not lying.
Thank the Lord they ain't go on 17. You just happened they lose all.
They was treating like Heath Slater for a while though.
That's what it sounds like where Miss Parker is at. That's thankfully you won. Thank God.
Yeah, I agree.
Tatum Pasley tried to rebound, but fell short against Kalani Jordan, Mr. McCain.
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm even not mad Tatum Pasley lost that match. The way they booked Tatum Pasley, they can find a way to have her bounce back. But I do say that should mean something for Kalani Jordan, though.
It won't. She'll have her lose the next match she has. It should, but it won't.
That's NXT for you.
That's WWE as a whole for you.
I mean the show.
Unless you're Roman Reigns, is about the only one, and he doesn't fight enough to to be able to lose in between.
I am interested to see what's going to be in the next chapter with Nakua and Tony D'Angelo because Mr. Evil's not done trying to get that NXT title.
I don't care. I'm calling him Naraku. His name is Naraku.
Okay. I'm doing both.
I'm calling him Naraku. He is the villain from Inuyasha. Naraku. That's what he is.
I'm doing both. just.
My bad, y'all. I'm wild out today. I'm trying to be pleasant so that the
you call it
later doesn't see through early.
Well, since you want a while, go ahead and talk about TNA.
So actually, TNA was a pretty interesting show this week because we know we had a new TNA World Heavyweight Champion, and that was, of course, Nick Nemeth, who was able to defeat Mike Santana. Slammiversary. So, of course, he came out, and of course, he had his less than spectacular other half, his younger brother who sucks.
Oh, you saying Ryan was there?
He came out.
Hey, how you doing, Ryan? It's been a long time.
Yep. And of course, Ryan had a match he lost, but we'll get to it in a second. So Nick came out with a list that, of course, that was Ryan's job because you can't give him too much of a job, Can't give him too hard of a job. To all the people that he's beaten, his body count, quote unquote. So when he's bragging and doing all this, Casey Navarro, who Nick Nemeth is supposed to be mentoring, came out. So he doesn't like how his mentor is acting, of course. Ryan accused Casey of being jealous because he's his real brother. And then Nick closed it out by saying anyone that challenges him will be added to the list because he's the greatest pro wrestler of all time.
And when do we start doing lists?
The most popular to me is one Christopher Jericho.
Exactly.
He was allied with his fellow Canadian Kevin Owens.
We don't need everybody to doing lists, okay? That was already done.
Main event tonight was announced.
Main event.
But Nick been around about longer as Jericho was when he started his list, so I guess there's a little synergy there. Leon Slater talked about how he was close to winning back the X Division Championship. Since he didn't, he's coming for payback, and he wants to be world champion at some point. So tonight in the main event, he has a match with Eddie Edwards from the System. So we have the Knockouts Television Championship. We didn't talk about this last week, but TNA is finally doing what I've been talking about for a year. And they're introducing a single mid-card championship for the women. So they're having a tournament, Knockouts Television Champion Tournament, starting this past week, first round. Mara Sade beat Tasha Steelz. No one's surprised by that. We don't have to go through that. That is the most obvious thing ever. Rich Swann and BD was in the back talking. Rich Swann told BD to keep his eye on the prize in the X Division for his number one contenders match. So that number one contenders match included Fabian Ochner, Mr. Elegance, BDE, Rich Swann, Jason Hotz, and Hometown Man. And Fabian Ochner thankfully won the match. AJ Francis tried to recruit Ricky Sosa for first class. That won't be the only time you hear somebody trying to recruit Ricky Sosa. So Mustafa Ali then went off in the back on order 4. He said the Great Hand are happy with losing. Dario ready to try to get them another championship match, but they better win. Ricky Sosa beat Eric Young, of course, we know about that. So Sosa came out to the ring, right? And if you're not familiar with Ricky Sosa, I'm kind of digging it. You know what I'm saying? The little bang, bang, Sosa. Kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a little catchiness to it. I can rock with that. But the System was out and the Righteous was out. They were both trying to get him to join them. Ricky Sosa told the System no. Well, he told the Righteous no, and he told the System H no. He got clocked by Barry, who then gave a super kick to. The System was giving that work. Leon Slater came out to help him.
Shout out to Leon Slater.
Now keep that in mind because Leon Slater is in the main event against the System. Elijah had a tune about how he got his music rights back from AJ Francis, and now TNA Gold is in his dreams. See if they do anything with Elijah or not. All right, Heather by Elegance and Allie had a first round Knockouts Television Championship match. Heather by Elegance actually won. I know Cole's not happy about that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. Zaya Brookside came out to brag. Basically, Lei Ying Lee came out and said she wants a rematch and there's going to be no DQ.
No DQ, huh?
No DQ.
Well, I know who's winning that match.
We're not gonna wait and put it on no pay-per-view or anything. We're gonna put it on the episode of Impact next week. I don't think that's a good idea, but hey, it is what it is. Casey Navarro and Ryan Nemeth had a match. After the match, he hit Nick Nemeth hit a danger zone on Casey Navarro and turned his back on him. And in the main event, Eddie Edwards beat Leon Slater. But that's not the important part of the match. We kind of knew that was going to happen. Slater ain't ready for that yet. I mean, he's getting there, but he ain't built up that clout with the fans yet. The system was thumping Slater. And then for the second time this week, we got Ricky Sosa. Bang, bang. Sosa. So he came out and they cleared the ring of the system. And they stood tall at the end of the show. Two people that are going to be the future of TNA. Ricky Sosa, Leon Slater. And to go ahead and throw it out there, that's my moment of the week. Ricky Sosa dapping up Leon Slater, and then them hopping on the ropes and both doing the bang, bang, Sosa. You know what I'm saying? Kind of forming a loose alliance. I like that. And then Moose has proclaimed that he has passed the system now, and he's moving on to try to get some gold. So just some of the things that happened with TNA this week. We don't go over every single myriad detail, but a lot of good things happened. A couple of questionable things, but hey, if we're gonna talk questionable, you wait till we get back and we get to that WWE. That's questionable in a nutshell. Not gonna ruin it. What I will say is trash. To the Infinity Power trash. And then once you get past Infinity Power, it's still some more trash for you. Commercial break.
Trash.
Let's get it.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Whether it's the men's college game,
The way that this season has been going, anything is possible.
the women's college game,
And how passionate Ancient Reef was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
the WNBA,
AJ Wilson on Twitter 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young.
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmaker's blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts. Rams fans all around the world.
It's a beautiful thing to be a Rams fan right now. Stafford's back. We're going to see about Cup. And running back Kerryon Williams to return.
Lend me your ears, or should I say lend Playmaker your ears, as he breaks down week by week everything in the Los Angeles Rams canon.
Number 99, Aaron Donald. Can't wait for 2029 to come to know that you are going in the Hall of Fame, and it should be first ballot, no questions asked.
Join the Playmaker as he breaks down everything Los Angeles Rams style in Ramily Talk on the Playmakers blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts.
All right, good people. We are back in the building. We got a couple of comments we're going to slide through real quick. So we have Daniel Berry, of course. Shout out to Daniel, man. Daniel was a loyal. You know what I'm saying? Says, what's up, all? Happy Monday. What's going on to you? our guy. Then we got Miss Yolanda Williams. Says, hey, fellas, glad to see Booker T back. I'm surprised my co-host didn't mention that, babe.
Sugar ducky quack quack.
You know, it'd be like that sometimes. And then Yolanda says, I like it too, cool. Bang, bang. Oh, excuse me. Bang, bang. Sosa, sosa. It's a little catchy. It's a little catchy. So, we're going to dive into the world of AEW. So, one thing AEW does that I won't say it confuses me necessarily, but it just makes me wonder. They will do what they did this week. They will put their championship match at the beginning of the show. Playmaker.
What's up? You broke up.
What do you think about the championship match being at the beginning of the show? Not even the middle, but like literally the beginning of the show. What do you think about that?
Depends on how the rest of the show goes. I won't mind it every now and then.
Uh-oh. Did you hear me?
Mm.
Or was I frozen for a second?
No, you was frozen.
Okay, I was asking, what do you think about AEW having their championship match at the very beginning of the show?
I have no issues with it. They do it once in a while, no problem.
I feel like they've been doing it a lot more lately.
Now, if it becomes a continuous thing, then
yeah, I feel like it's been a little bit too much of a championship matches opening the show. Not necessarily all the world champion, but just championship matches opening the show every week because it doesn't. Let's see what y'all got to say about it. She says, I didn't like it. She also says, don't make sense. And I would definitely agree with that based on what ended up being. She says it should be the main event. For me, it doesn't necessarily have to be the main event.
Gotcha.
It just has to not be the beginning of the show. I can see every once in a while, maybe you put it like last hour or a segment or two before the show if you want to put like a women's tag team match or a women's championship match, you know, to give a little equality or important number one contenders match for another championship. But I feel like more times than not, Yolanda's right. It should be at the end. It should be the main event.
Yeah, I'll say it depends on what storyline is top of that particular season.
Well, we're gonna go through the show. And
because before that, look at Great American Bash, NXT Championship, first one on the mat, first one out. They let the women close it out.
But you don't see that a lot on NXT. So when you see that, you're like, okay, you see that more with AEW. Because this is the third or fourth time MJF has had a match on AEW television since he's been champion. These last two times to begin the show.
He getting that Cody Rhodes. He getting that Cody Rhodes workload.
Right, and then you have other championships that are being, defended at the beginning of the show as well. So I just think every once in a while you want to switch things up, okay, but let's not make this something that, is happening as much as, like me and Yolanda feel like it's happening. You feel me?
Yeah, don't make it every week.
Or don't make it like even every month. And if you're going to do that first, I also feel like you need to definitely make sure everybody know, like, all right, the championship match is opening the show. The TNA World Heavyweight Championship match, the Triple B, as Maxwell Jacob Friedman calls it, is opening the show. I think there needs to be very clear and concise that that's what's happening. So yeah, that's my thing about that. So we got MJF, Mark Briscoe, Mark Briscoe put up a good fight, but we all know who won this match. If you thought Mark Briscoe was going to win this match, all I can say is sorry for you. That's all I got for you. Sorry for you. If you really thought Mark Briscoe was going to win this match, disrespectfully.
That makes it even more disrespectful.
Yeah, I said disrespectfully. Not even respectfully. Disrespectfully.
No, not you, the host. That makes it even more disrespectful why that match went on first.
Oh yeah, yeah. More to talk about the match. Let's talk about what happened after the match. So MJF takes out his little ring, Dynamite Diamond ring. He's ready to hit Mark Briscoe with it. Kenny Omega slides in, have a little back and forth. Long story short, MJF basically tells him, "Look, the only way you can get another title shot is you got to do what your buddy did, and you got to put your career of challenging for the AEW championship, the Triple B, on the line. You lose, you can't challenge for the championship ever again." So that's the prevailing story throughout the night. That actually ended up being the main event. Was finding out the answer to that question. I think we all know what that answer was, but we're gonna pretend and play like we didn't. And of course, Mark Briscoe got close to looking like he was gonna win because I have to do that. But we're gonna rewind just before that backstage. We got another little interesting piece of information here. After Will Ospreay won the Owen Hart Invitational, Ian walking down the hall and running into Kenny Omega and mocking MJF because, of course, MJF mocks everybody. Then MJF with Renee Paquette told Andrade that he's going to deliver his revenge soon, that he's going to beat Omega again. He's going to beat Will Ospreay. So Ospreay showed up to be the good guy. MJF refused to be shamed. Andrade showed up on the stage, said he was going to be world champion. Of course, it's then the drop. Kevin Knight, your TNT champion, match against reigning and defending Ring of Honor television champion. This was a good opportunity to see the new Twisted Leo Rush. If you haven't seen it before, he is really bought into the character. It wasn't, but the stylist has been around a little bit and can adapt more to have a better match. It wasn't a bad match, it just wasn't a great match. But Kevin Knight ended up winning to retain the TNT Championship. Mercedes Moné had a promo from a private marina saying her next goal was to finally win the AEW Women's World Championship. She's the first person to win back-to-back Owen Hart tournaments, so might be her door.
Oh. Looks like Mr. McKay has frozen.
Proud. Am I unfrozen now?
No, you still frozen
because it doesn't show me that I'm frozen. Am I unfrozen? Am I unfrozen? Am I unfrozen?
You good? You good now?
Have I unfrozen? Okay. So, don't know how much of that y'all caught since I froze, but essentially, In the crowd was Mike Bailey. Darby Allin came out after the match and said he wants to. Don Callis told him no. So he said we can do it the easy way, we can do it the hard way. He decided he want to do it the hard way. Darby Allin left with the sinister smile on his face. Darby Allin was going to finally win the World Championship. Hopefully, y'all heard that. If not, just threw it back out there for you a second time. Tag team match: Will Ospreay and John Moxley with Marina Shafir versus the Pro, which is Shotty Lee Johnson and name the swirl is a little crazy work, but we ain't even get into that. Ospreay had the Death Rider symbol to his shoulder. Will Ospreay for making that decision. Yeah. And speaking of guys who would fit really good in the Death Rider, this guy was going to be coming available here soon. My name is after Banger Finger. I think would be a wonderful fit. I just say a wonderful fit. I can see I'm frozen. I just went ahead and put it on so I can see when I'm frozen. But there would be a wonderful fit. Wonderful fit for the Death Riders. Of course, Mox and Ospreay got the win, but it was a really good match. Christian and Lee Johnson put on a good match. Renee Paquette went to the Elite's locker room. Meg was talking to Matt Nick Jackson.
Sounds like they didn't say anything entertaining.
Ospreay did not walk out with the Death Rider. He stayed in the ring and celebrated. I can't hear you now.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you now. What you say?
I said it sounds like the Young Bucks didn't say anything intriguing.
No. Nothing went on with that. It's one of those like I'm just making sure y'all know what happened. So we got the Bang Bang game back. So it's been 459 days since they were all together. That's how long Switchblade Jay Wright has been out. He called out the dogs, and David Finley called him a Nepo baby. Said revenge was coming. The dogs in the Bang Bang game should have a major stable war. But what's weird about it is only like 3 people in the dogs. In the Bang Bang game got 5 people. So I think we know how that's going to play out, though. The dogs seem to have a double member. Gay kid who also seems to be a member of the Death Rider. So I guess you got a double member there. So maybe they're going to be working together. Shane Taylor Promotions challenged the Bang Bang game for Collision. Shane Taylor Promotions. Our pseudo semi-main event was the survival of the fittest match for the TBS Championship. So let's talk about what I see as brilliance that AEW did. They took a match that was at first just going to be a bunch of people who had been TBS champion before or world champion, and they actually turned it into qualifying matches. So everybody that was in the match actually had to beat someone to get into the match, which I like 1,000% better than just throwing some people in the match. So it was Micah, Harley Cameron, Kushida, Stephanie, Chris Statler, and the Queen this match, who had an assist from Persephone, but she won. The commentary really highlighted this was the first AEW Survival of the Fittest. They did it in Ring of Honor quite a bit apparently, but this was the first time they did it in AEW, and they really, 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 really hyped that. Like they talked about it about 1,000 times. Omega does accept the risk to have a rematch with MJF for the Men's World Heavyweight Championship, so we'll get that next week. We'll see if this follows. If this does, we'll see if this match is the first match next week on TV. We had some people from NJPW, Stardom, and CMLL. I don't have a problem with that because they have that working relationship. As long as it doesn't get to be so much that it kind of overshadows the guys that are there. There was a nice promo between MJF and Kenny Omega. If you want to see that, just go search for it. But like I said, I feel just to the program and saying this is what we want to happen. We're following the stories that we laid out, and we're moving them to the end. WWE, that's not happening. We will be back after this next commercial break. And it'll be all on Playmaker. Set us up for WWE. And I think I'm going to have a couple of words that I'm going to say there too. Possibility. No guarantees.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green. And the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on YouTube and where you can find podcasts.
Everything Boston. I love you morons. New Kids on the Block, New Edition.
Dear whatever the law firm is. Sincerely, the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Go yourself again, Jason Whitlock.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Shout out to my guy Chris Bass, no longer with us, but sometimes I just like to hear the commercial. All right, Playmaker, floor is yours, sir.
The reason why I did a moment of silence because from this point forward for the rest of the show, it won't be a moment of silence because what WWE did just I don't know. It's a lot of words floating in my head. I'm trying to pick the right ones to describe.
That's a good way to
what
start.
they did last week. What WWE did last week made King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring look like a fabrication. Let's just start there. Matter of fact, Mr. McCain, would you like to do me a favor, sir?
Sure.
Would you like to remind our audience how you felt about King and Queen of the Ring before what you saw last week?
Well, I said that King of the Ring has become a joke. He should be his own pay-per-view or premium live event now. That was back in the pay-per-view days. He should be his own pay-per-view. So you got a chance to see the people. They had to fight multiple matches a night. You might throw a championship match or two on there. It's cool. But it was mainly focused on the King of the Ring tournament. And then you add the Queen of the Ring. So instead of giving the decency to say, hey, you know what? We can have qualifying matches that get down to like 8 people for King of the Ring, 8 people for Queen of the Ring, but we're just going to make it a whole pay-per-view, you know? Maybe have a match or two, championship match or two, whatever. Oh, no. We just have the men's finals and the women's finals. And it's not even called King of the Ring. It's just thrown into another pay-per-view or, premium live event. And I also said that if you have Obafemi win that, knowing good and well he's going to face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, trash.
Thank you, Mr. McCain, for that trip down memory lane.
And I did also say that is something that Paul would do.
Because we heard from Mr. King of the Ring and Obafemi. And then Brock Lesnar show up. Now you want to show up. You didn't want to show up in Saudi Arabia, but you want to show up in where was it? Atlantic City, because they started early. It started at 6 o'clock. Yeah, that was on where we was doing the show. That's why I had to temper what I had to say last week. Because I already knew this part happened. And I needed Cool McCain to see what happened so he'll be prepared. Brock Lesnar comes out. First, he congratulates Obafemi to win King of the Ring. He also reminded him that he also had one King of the Ring back in his days. And he also said he heard all the mess that Obafemi talked about him. And he gave him a nice good kick in the not so fun area.
He gave him what I like to fondly call the undertaking.
Give him an F5 or outside the ring. Obafemi gets to his feet and says, no, we're not done. It's 1-1. We can finish this. Let's finish this at SummerSlam. Brock says, I accept your challenge. But allow me to one-up you, Mr. King. If we're going to do this, hell in a cell. Okay. Before my co-host goes on his first rant of the evening, Triple H, Paul Levesque, TKO, whoever else is helping the creating and writing this. The idea of Hell in a Cell between Obafemi and Brock Lesnar is a great idea. You know what the issue is? You had Obafemi win King of the Ring and forfeit to a later day his championship match that he already had for SummerSlam. McCain, you go ahead and check this out there.
Why? Oh, we're gonna do this. Give me that. I'm gonna give me that screen. Why in the fudge, Paul, with your slow hind parts, decide you're going to have Obafemi win King of the Ring, an already diminished King of the Ring, because you ain't give it a pay-per-view. You won't even name an episode of Raw and SmackDown King of the Ring qualified nothing. You just Do this, get a championship match, right? So we already had one ridiculous thing put in. We had to put in that stupid, insane, gregarious, oh, you get to pick what champion you fight. Ever since King of the Ring has been for a championship, you fought the championship on your show. You know why they had to change that? Because they decided that Liv Morgan was going to be at the tournament and be in the finals. And you know what? That was stupid. That was asking 9, 10, 11, and 12 by itself. You're going to put a world champion in a tournament to fight a world champion. But you got two separate shows. You got two separate belts. So somebody was already in some powder tornadoes with Tony Khan, and his name was Paul Levesque. And he had some more people in there with him because other people had to help with this. You're all crazy. TKO, you're stupid for letting this happen. This was just idiocracy at its finest. Now Obafemi wins. He gets kicked in the man in the man neither regions. So now he decides, oh, the championship will be there whenever I want it. So I'm not going to worry about that. So you mean to tell me you can get Brock on Monday night, but you can't get him in Saudi Arabia to muck up the finals and let Jey Uso actually win? So you actually have a guy who wants the championship match win. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make this all one rant. Then you're going to turn around on Friday night on SmackDown and have the audacity, the nerves, the supposedly massive kahunas to have Jey Uso have to have a match with Cody Raheem Rhodes to determine who's going to be the number one contender for Sami Zayn. But guess what? That match is not happening when it's supposed to. It's happening Monday night tonight. So Sami Zayn's first title defense is a week and a day after he wins the championship. And guess who it is, of course? Cody Rhodes. So now you have Jey Uso lose back-to-back main big opportunities. You know what? I'm done with Jey Uso too. I'm done with believing in any of these guys anymore. I'm done. Because you just have this guy go up there and lose and lose and lose constantly to the same people that he's beat before. Now, all of a sudden, Brock can't help him, or he can't find a way to beat Obafemi. He can't beat Cody. You know, he might not be able to beat, if he was in a match with Sami, he might not be able to beat him, the fourth tier wrestler champion that y'all got. And anybody trying to tell me that y'all is not going to turn on Sami Zayn by Friday night, stop it. Y'all know you don't want Sami Zayn to be champion. It was just a beautiful story to see him actually be champion. Who's Sami going to beat? Who was an even match for Sami? These people we're talking about are not even matches for Sami. Now, Sami might win the match against Cody, but let's keep it a buck. Cody is a different tier from Sami Zayn. Obafemi was a different tier from Sami Zayn. Jey Uso is a different tier from Sami Zayn. Jimmy Uso was a different tier from Sami Zayn. Braun Breaker's a different tier from Sami Zayn. Heck, I would rather have Austin Theory champion than Sami Zayn. So to me, you have taken the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. You're not even called it undisputed anymore, and you shouldn't have Sami Zayn as a champion. And you've besmirched it. So now you're going to have to do something to rebuild it. So what are you probably going to do? We're going to probably give it back to Cody. So he can be a 4-time champion, and then we're going to have him keep losing to people and get it back the next week. And you know what? If Cody wins this match tonight, I'm done with Cody too. Because I'm tired of you winning right after you lose all the time. You're worse than Super Cena. So now you've backed yourself into a creative wall, and you don't have the sense to get out of it. So you're going to do something else stupid tonight. We'll see what that is. We'll see what that is. But WWE, you are trash juice. You are dumpster fire. You are in the bottom of the trash can. All that juice to just be sitting down there and just marinating for years when people don't turn the trash can over. You are all that plus some rat poop and some raccoon poop all together. And I can't stand you. But I have to watch you because of this lovely program that we do. But hot piss on you. all the time. WWE hot piss. Feel better. Feel better.
You feel better now?
Feel better now.
Now that we're back to our scheduled program, the idea for round 3 between Oba and Brock, there's no problems with that. Hell in a Cell. Finish it off right here. Brock Lesnar in his hometown, Minnesota. SummerSlam. Great idea. We just didn't need Oba to win King of the Ring. You could have had the same setup on Monday, just Oba not being King of the Ring. Am I wrong, Mr. McCain?
You're not wrong one F whatsoever.
We love the idea. Hell in a Cell, yes. But the man had to put his automatic championship at SummerSlam down the road. You have told the entire world, hey, look, guys, we messed up. Oba Brock is more important than the championship match. You dummies. So now we gotta deal with that. You said you was done with Jey Uso, right?
When I say I'm done with any hopes of him actually getting the championship back. Get a championship.
Okay, he's crap at it because I was going to say how you feel about the Street Profits right about now. They won the tag team titles 2 weeks ago. We haven't had time to talk about it because all the promotions want to have events at the same freaking time.
Good for y'all.
They got tag team gold.
Good for y'all. Now go ahead and do the faction with Joe Hendry and Seth Rollins. Let's just do the faction. Let's just do
it. Speaking of Joe Hendry, he beat Austin Theory, by the way.
Benny Boom.
Benny
says that was very stupid. I'm tired of Cody Rhodes and all the opportunities. Can't deny either one of those statements, but good people, if you'd like merchandise, personalized, right? Hats, t-shirts, sweaters, hoodies, Benny Boom Productions on Facebook. If you go to my page on Facebook, at Cool McCain, you can find him. Or you can just go straight to his page, Benny Boom Productions. Get you some quality gear. Try to shout out my boy Benny because he be doing his thing. Back to the regular schedule program.
Since we already brought up the bloodline, where Jimmy Uso and LA Knight are 1-for-1, and I don't know how you feel about this, but it's kind of funny in a way to me. Solo's out here acting a fool.
Mm-hmm. I'm feeling Solo, Royce Keys, and LA Knight with a little team up. That's what I'm feeling. So I'm feeling all in my bones. Little team up, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
it'll take forever because LA Knight's a hard-headed jerk. And the right trash.
He's a hard-headed jerk.
Yeah, and the right team's trash also. So there's that.
And if he keep being a hard-headed jerk, the people are gonna turn on him.
Are they?
Yeah. It's almost like it's 50-50 here. It's like people love the Usos. They love LA Knight. And like you said, the writing is what? The writing is so bad. Nobody knows who's the babyface, who's the heel, who's the good guy, who the cheer for, who the boo. They don't know nothing.
That's all fair points.
You're not gonna hate Jimmy Uso because he's the calmest one of the whole entire bloodline. He's the one that comes in and tries to be the middleman and like, hey, let's be adults here. That's Jimmy. People love that.
Still rather see Jimmy as champion than Sami Zayn
LA Knight.
or LA Knight.
He's a crossface between Austin and The Rock. That's what people been clamoring for. Some of that old school attitude era, but in the modern way. That's LA Knight. And which he broke Jade's a couple of weeks ago, by the way. When he mispronounced the Ulafala.
Yeah, he do.
I get to the main man of the bloodline in a minute.
I do want to shout out WWE for one thing that they have done correctly, and that is go back to Roman Reigns' older OTC interests and not that new crap they were doing. So a lot of times I like the newer music, like the Street Profits. We Want the Smoke should be their song, and they shouldn't have reverted them to this version of themselves. But if this is going to lead to a lone championship or a tag team championship run, I'll be fine. I mean, I'd be great with it, but I'll be fine with it. And you know what? Since y'all really want to split up the Usos and the Street Profits, how about you put Jimmy Uso with the other half of the Street Profits? Let them be a tag team, because you don't want to do nothing else with either one of them.
Oh, to my Angelo Dawkins.
Yeah, Angelo Dawkins and Jimmy Uso. I would rather Angelo Dawkins or Montez Ford as world champion than Sami Zayn.
Enough of the men. Let's get to the lady side of it. My co-host, I said it. He didn't want to say it because it was already said by me, but he was in agreement with me when I told y'all that they screwed up the Queen of the Ring tournament when they let Liv Morgan in the freaking bracket to begin with. And then she made it to the finals against Io Sky. And I said, so we're going to have Io Sky win, and she's going to pick who at SummerSlam? Because she went picking Rhea Ripley. Anybody with you don't even have to have a ring. Anybody with common sense would know that Io Sky was going to pick Liv Morgan. Why would you not pick the person you just beat?
Who got cursed, by the way.
By the way, shout out to Liv Morgan, who's playing this curse very well. She has leaned into that angle, and I would give her credit where credit is due. I am proud of Liv Morgan. She is leaning to the curse angle. I love it. And here's the thing, and I heard this from another podcaster out on social media. I enjoy the Danhausen curse as anybody else. I don't know how Kuma Kane feels about the Danhausen curse.
That's cool.
Here is the issue. And this is what I heard from somebody else, Kuma Kane. I want to hear your thoughts on this. The Danhausen curse is basically the WWE's get out of jail free card.
Yep, it is.
I'm paraphrasing what they said, but this is exactly how they said it. This is pretty much what they was trying to say. After I get my SummerSlam match, I'm with you, Benny, but after I get my SummerSlam match, I need that first. And those of you who don't know, I'm talking about Charlotte and Jay. I need that first. Then we can go Charlotte and Io.
Ben says he'd like to see Charlotte and Io. He would have liked to see Charlotte and Io go at it. Would have been a better match. Liv Morgan should have never made it to the finals. Just another piss poor decision.
How did they get out of it? Hey, Danhausen, we need you to curse Liv Morgan. That way we can, somewhat right the ship here.
I mean, because you can't challenge You can't challenge the other champion because she hurt.
Wow. And that's another thing. Rhea Ripley hurt. That's just. But Liv Morgan shouldn't have been determined to begin with.
But
and
you know
then
what?
you use
Liv
Dan Housen
Morgan-
to get you out of jail free card.
Yeah, but you know what? Liv Morgan ain't defend her championship in about 4 months. So Rhea ain't got to defend hers in about 3 or 4 months. You give her time to get healthy. If
Just
Liv
like,
can do it, why can't Rhea?
Oh, I don't mean worry about that. But my saying is, they had to find a way to figure out how can we get ourselves out of it. Hey, Denhausen, curse Liv Morgan. That way people would know Liv Morgan would not win Cream to win. Io Sky would win Cream to win. But if anybody who had common sense knew, you just beat the world champion. Why would you not pick her again? But the title on block. Common sense, right?
So, Yolanda, in answer to your question, I believe that for the women, unless you're pregnant, you basically just be injured with the championship now. If you'd like to add anything to your sister's question or whatever happened to give him the title when hurt, feel free, my guy. Feel free.
Pretty much WWE has been pretty much going on the same timeline as they did with King and Queen of the Ring. Just make changes on the fly. They acting like the fever. They acting like fever right about now. You know, we're just gonna change stuff up on the go. You know, dummies. So, and the way that they are making this work with Liv Morgan and Io Sky, the fact that Liv Morgan is cursed is a way to make you believe there's a chance that Io Sky can beat her. But SummerSlam is still a month away. Will the curse still be on Liv Morgan by that time?
Well, the way things are going, she might be double cursed by then.
And guess what? If she is cursed or double cursed, you're basically saying Io Sky's winning the title. But you didn't want to be predictable for Night of Champions. But you're going to have one of your time matches be very predictable.
I ain't even going to start on that.
I didn't. Hey, man, I didn't know up was down and down was up. I didn't know that.
Sometimes left is right, right is left. Sometimes it's north is west, and south is north, and east is west. You don't never know. It's whatever Paul decides.
Real quickly before I jump into what mainly happened, Lala Valkyria has gone to the dark side, sir. Your thoughts?
Thank you for doing something with that girl. Because you ain't giving her nothing but being Bailey's Bia for months. And now Bailey got somebody to release some aggression on. This, I think, is going to be good for both of those gentlemen. I mean, both of those ladies. And it's going to be fun. Yolanda says she could get a shot back at it when she gets back. And then Yolanda says both titles need to be defended. I'm not arguing with that, Yolanda, but I'm just saying if you're going to let Liv go months without having to defend hers, you might as well just let Rhea do the same thing. You already set the precedent. But you're all right. They should be defending more.
So, the way that we're all opening up, you had so what's going to happen with Roman Reigns? Because Roman Reigns was defending his title at SummerSlam, but the guy that won King of the Ring is motherfuckers on Brock Lesnar than Roman Reigns in a title.
Or
make it make sense.
Ridiculous.
Make it make sense. Roman Reigns comes to the ring. And get ready to speak at the Atlantic City. Acknowledges him and that guy music hit.
It went something like, whoa, whoa, burn it down.
Seth Rollins comes to the ring and he tells Roman, Yeah, champion, head of the table, future Hall of Famer, one of the best to ever do it. All these things are great. You have a resume like none other. But there's just this one blemish on your record. Just this one blemish on your record. Me. You never beat me. And I'm gonna speak truth to you, Roman. You don't have much time left to do that. So how about you and me? That title, SummerSlam, because pretty much this might most likely be your last opportunity. Roman Reigns sat there, thought it was like, you know what? You spoke some truth out your mouth there, sir. Or little brother. I accept. So what could be the final time, Mr. McCain? Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins at SummerSlam.
I need everybody to not get caught up in the mix. Okay. This is not going to be the last time that these two guys fight. This will, however, probably be the last time it'll be for a championship that Roman Reigns has. Don't let them fool you into believing that this is the last time Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns are going to get into a ring. They're going to get in a ring again. What this is let's save ourselves from our own stupidity. That's what this is. We did a whole bunch of stupid stuff. So now to save ourselves from the stupidity that we did, what we're going to do is we're going to do Seth and Roman. Yeah, everybody will like that. Yeah. A WrestleMania Night 2 quality match at SummerSlam. I'm not going to say this for WrestleMania, the grandest stage of them all. I'm going to wait to do it at SummerSlam.
So, according to my count, there's 2 matches that y'all put at SummerSlam that we probably wouldn't have mine if you didn't do the stupid thing that you did.
Correct. Livy and Io, and Roman and Seth, and honestly, we really wouldn't mind if Oba and Brock. It's really 3.
3 matches. We wouldn't have mind having them at SummerSlam, but the stupid route that you took is the reason why we hate it.
Yeah, I stink for doing them.
Otherwise, maybe you won't be getting the rent from Kuma Kane tonight.
Boo boo kitty faces.
But no. It's almost like, hey. It's almost like, here. Yeah, we was wrong, and here's some medicine for you. No, and don't worry, we don't need no medicine because we ain't sick as y'all that are sick. You business sellers, don't worry about how we got to the destination. We just got there. No, the road to the destination was stupid.
It was. High level of stupidity.
You officially, even though me and Cool didn't really care about King and Queen and Reign like that much. We just wanted to see who's going to get the title shots. That's the only reason why we paid attention. Who's going to win and who's going to get title shots? And then y'all was stupid enough to go the route that y'all did, and it's like, oh yeah, Oba won King at the ring, but we need him to go against Brock Lesnar, and we need that third match to be the final grail of it, round 3, the rubber match. So we got to do Hell in a Cell. Well, why did you give him King of the Ring?
Because there's a lot of stupid people over there that have decided to not follow what they know. Because I'm not going to say that they're ignorant and don't know, because ignorance is a lack of knowledge. Stupidity is not doing what you should do when you know better. So
you could easily
it's stupidity.
You say, hey, Brock screw Oba out of King of the Ring. Jay won. Okay, Jay might not win because we don't see Jay. We kind of figured y'all not doing really much with Jay Uso, but okay, he won. It makes sense. For those of you who are new to Monster Wrestling, it's very simple for me and Kuma Kane. If it's predictable, I get it. You don't want to be predictable. But if it's predictable and it makes sense, we're good. Not to the fact that we already know the outcome, and then you took a stupid route to get to the outcome. It makes it even worse.
What's up, Rod?
What's up, Rod? Like, you could have laid it simple. All right. The goal is to have open bracket SummerSlam. That frees up Roman Reigns. Jay can go after the champion of SmackDown. Happen to be Sami Zayn at this point. We'll find somebody for Roman. Seth Rollins. Okay. How do we get there? Well, if you're gonna do Brock and Oba, we can't have Oba win King of the Ring, so we might need Brock Lesnar to get in somehow. That way, it sets off SummerSlam, and people are already hyped for the match already, so it doesn't take that much because everybody was already looking at round 3 after the Clash in Italy. You made something that was so simple, so complicated. So simple. You still could have did what you did on Raw. Brock Lesnar saying, we're going to go at it one more time. It's going to be Hell in a Cell. Perfect. It makes sense. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. We understand. Jay's going after the SmackDown champion. All right. One more time, Seth and Roman. Might have been happening for like the 500 billionth time, but we understand Roman has never beat Seth. So last chance, even though we don't believe it's the last chance, but last chance, going with the storyline wise, last chance, we good with it. Makes sense. You see, there was no confusion in the whole process. But WWE, they want to go that route. Still got the same, still got you two of your matches. No confusion.
And Yolanda says all these are good matches so far, but I agree with y'all. The way it came about was just wrong. Benny wants to know, was Drew McIntyre fired?
No, he was not fired. He's on vacation.
Sabbatical. Rod says, what's up, fellas? Twice. I've done that before, so what's going on, Rod?
He already touched on SmackDown. Cody Rhodes beat Jey Uso. Cody Rhodes gets a title shot. That's going to be fun. By the way, is Solo almost on Raw now because he shows the scene to appear on Raw by himself a lot now.
Who's Solo?
Yeah.
He's Solo. He's everybody's Solo. He's taking the whole.
Oh, Lord.
He ready for war. No, he will not take a loss.
Oh, speaking of titles that Kuma Kane is not thrilled that's not being defended. The women's tag team title. So when the last time those got defended?
On Raw.
On Raw.
Yeah. The week before, not this past week, but the week before, remember?
Okay.
Because instead of putting it on the PLE, and making it mean something, just do an episode of Raw.
So does Fatal Influence get a tag team title match? Because Lena Reigns beat Brie Bella in a singles match.
Well, I think that's who they beat the last time, so possibly they might get another one. Benny with me. Benny said Cody win tonight. He won't be watching SmackDown. I have to watch SmackDown, unfortunately, because I do the show. But I will be really ticked. And my positivity about one of wrestling's royal families will be a lot worse.
All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this out there, Benny. In my heart of hearts, Cool can speak for himself on this one, but in my heart of hearts, Sami Zayn winning that title was a Saudi Arabia gift, nothing more. Meaning, Sami Zayn's a transition champion.
I mean, there's no doubt he's a transitional champion. I think the thing is, we want to see a transition to somebody else other than Cody Rhodes. That's what I feel like most people, because at this point, Cody Rhodes has really been our champ for like 3 years.
May I put a page out of your book, sir? May I put a page out of your book? I'm putting a page out of Kuma Kane's book here. But cool, we can't have that. It's SummerSlam. It's a big four pay-per-view. You gotta have QB1 on there.
He
As
could be on
champion.
there, but he don't. No, if you no. If you wanted him to be champion, then you shouldn't have had him get rolled up by Samuel Zayn.
Oh, I agree with you. That's why
So
I did
once
that
you
way.
did that, you weren't worried about no high stakes match because you did some clown ish on the pay per view. So since you decided to do that on the PLE, at this point, hey, it is what it is. You might as well ride the wave of Samuel. I mean, anybody could be his challenger because I'd rather see anybody champ than Sammy. Hey, you can give me Logan Paul as champ before you give Sami Zayn keep the belt. Joe Hendry.
Oh, man.
Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes.
Speaking of which, the rivalry that you've been waiting on.
I would rather have Lil Yachty as champion.
Oh,
He ain't even a wrestler.
That's just disrespectful now. That's just disrespectful.
And Benny, you are right. Cody's a champion is boring. You know why? Because they don't set up proper opponents for him. The best challenger he's had is Gunther, and instead of Gunther beating him, he lost to Sami Zayn.
And speaking of which, Gunther and Nick Aldis might be going at it at SummerSlam since Nick Aldis is on administrative leave.
I think Nick is going to keep his job, but he's going to have to fight Sammy. I mean, he's going to have to fight Gunther. Because everybody's like, oh, he's already got fired. I'm like, no, he's been put on leave. That's not fired. Understand the differences there, good people. Now, could he be fired? Absolutely. If he wants to be a full-time in-ring performer.
I like Nick Aldis as GM, though.
Benny said, I was happy Randy attacked him after that last match. You need to do something different with Cody. Like, he really needs to do something different with him. And it has to be, like, not always in the title picture. Because the thought of Cody always being around a championship is starting to get on people's nerves, including mine. And I said that. I said that when he won. I said he's going to win. But then I'm going to get aggravated. Most people are too, because they're going to force feed him down our throats. Pause.
I ain't going to pause this one. The baddies got a win over Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton, and Chelsea Green.
Yeah, Jay got that pin with them power cakes just sticking out. Frosted.
I mean, I'm loving that. I'm loving the. You see, you remember all that time when Charlotte was around the championship and people can't stand her? She's not around championships and people love her now.
Funny how that works. And like Cody, she has a famous last name, Flair.
Probably the famous last name.
Well, I'm just gonna say a famous last name because wrestling has more than one royal family, according to Cody.
All right, I'm done.
All right, good people. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you like, make sure you share, all that good stuff. Get a few more. Get some more people interacting with us and checking us out. Benny said, "I love me some Ashley." And also, make sure you check on your people, man, and maybe going through things.
Me and Boomy, we right here. We right here.
Okay. Check on your people, maybe going through some things, man. Sometimes somebody needs somebody to talk to. And 4, the Playmaker, it's your boy Cool McCain. And remember, it's always people. It's never where you start. It is always where you finish. Your boys are out. We'll be back next week. Hopefully. I say hopefully. It'll be a better time. We'll see.